Ladies and gentlemen, let's cut right to business. I would like to introduce to you some of the skaters who will be on the track skating for you in just a moment, and their names as a team are the Guns and Rollers. Ladies and gentlemen, skating for you tonight, number 1221, Roller Eclipse. Number 221B, Hound of the Bad Askervilles. Number 29, Artemis Foulmouth. Number 32G, Va Boom. Number 3D, Juke Nukem. Number 419, Juvie Hall. Number 48, Payne Goodall. Number 522, Ivana Thrasher. Number 808, You're Gonna Be Sorry. Number 828, Keto Kabam. Number 97, Anna Roll. Number 98, Demolisher. Number 999, Van Hellslinger. And number M80, Tiger Bomb. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for your Guns and Rollers. Guns and Rollers tonight, coached by Mater Mad and J.K. Rowling.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, get your hands together for the ladies that are cool like ice, your Heartless Heathers. Number 10, Screaming Beaver. Number 1313, Taddy Munster. Number 19, Smalls. Number 25, Irie Bell. Number 3, Knife. 327, Rathmatica. 34, Story. 52, Frankenskate. 64, Shredder Cheese. Number 7, Mace Ventura. 71, Headache. Number 8, China Doll Assassin. Number 9, Sui Generous. H155, Bella Constrictor. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your Heartless Heathers! Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to the inaugural Wednesday night roller derby, and it's the first King and Pony show.
Woo, I can't. I'm so glad to be here, King.
Magic Pony, I'm also very glad that you're up here with me, because it's going to be a real fun thing that we're going to start doing here on these Wednesday nights.
It's a weird feeling to be on the microphone on a Wednesday night.
Looks like the ladies are already ready to take the track. As you know, Heartless Heathers are coming off of a big win up against the Breakneck Betties.
That was a big, big win.
It was a big win. It was a very impressive win for your Heartless Heathers.
I don't think anybody saw that coming, including either of those teams.
But I think the jungle is ready to go with this Guns and Rollers team. They should have a lot of strong people out there, and then we should be expecting quite a good matchup in this first meetup between the two.
On a Wednesday night, right here at the hangar at Oaks Park.
That's right.
On the track right now for your Guns and Rollers, it's number 808, You're Gonna Be Sorry.
She'll be going up against Irie Bell.
And everybody hits the line. Hey, King, are we doing Derby 101?
Sure. Well, as you know, the ladies with the star on their helmets, they are the jammers. The jammers' job is to get through and score points.
And a jammer gets 1 point for every player from the opposing team that they lap.
They lap on their scoring pass. Now, what you have to do is get through the pack the first time to establish yourself as a lead jammer, or basically get through. It's your initial pass.
Right now, Irie Bell up front with the star on her helmet. 2 more to get by. Ivana Thrasher holding the line, and Irie Bell is what we call your lead jammer.
Now, what she has to do is get through this pack, and now every player that she passes from the opposition counts as a point.
Now, You're Gonna Be Sorry's back on the track from the penalty box, breaking through. She is now on her scoring pass, and that jam is off.
That's a real good heads-up play by Irie Bell. She picked up her 2 points, got knocked out of bounds, and saw that You're Gonna Be Sorry had already breached the pack there. So she went ahead and called it off to save any points being scored by Guns and Rollers.
I like that breach to the pack.
Breach
That's a good term. So what's the advantage of being, just for the people who might be wondering, the people at home, what's the advantage of being lead jammer, King?
Well, basically, if you're the lead jammer out there, you are the first one through the pack legally. Now, if you are awarded that novelty item, you are the one who can call off the jam, which puts you in control of the entire 2-minute jam out there.
And right now, up front, looking for that lead jammer is Headache, who breaks out and is on her scoring pass.
That was a real strong play there by Juvie Hall. She was the last line of defense. She had her for a little while, but had to let her go.
Juvie Hall, one of our senior players here in Rose City. She's been around for an awfully long time. Has really come into her own, and Headache through for 5 points. Now, the other advantage to being lead jammer is that, if you were wondering, they have the opportunity to call off the jam at any time. A normal jam would run for 2 minutes. But
Kato Kabam right now, she's stuck in the back, and that defense being set up by the Heartless Heathers is truly heartless. They are not letting her get anywhere very fast.
And as you were saying,
I think I need to eat my words there.
Proceed, Governor.
Kato Kabam, she did make her way out, but another 5 points was awarded to Headache on that pass for the Heartless Heathers. That puts the lead up to 12.
That was a good jam for the Heathers. And on the line for your Guns and Rollers, it's Ivana Thrasher.
And she's going to be going up against Screaming Beaver.
Those of you watching at home, feel free to scream and applaud when we say who the jammers are.
All right. Now, hey, the rest of the pack is made up by blockers, and their jobs are to play offense and defense at the same time.
And Ivana Thrasher blowing through the pack, past all of those blockers on her scoring pass right now, breaks the line, and calling it off.
Ivana Thrasher came out strong, punctured a hole, ran right through it, got around, scored 4 quick points, and called it off.
Tiger bomb to the penalty box. That'll put the Guns and Rollers on the track with only 3 players in the pack. And once again, You're Gonna Be Sorry up for their jammer.
She's going to be going up against Irie Bell, second time out there as a jammer.
Irie Bell also in 3rd season on the track.
Yeah, she has really, in the last game, really had a great game.
Just blowing up as a jammer.
Showed some excellent skills as a jammer, and I'm really excited to see what she does this year.
A very powerful player up front, just passing the knife. You're Gonna Be Sorry with Irie Bell hot on her tail.
Now, it's going to be a photo finish to the back of this pack. As you see, You're Gonna Be Sorry is up front, but Irie Bell is in close pursuit.
That's a lot of pressure on a jammer to call off a jam just the way that You're Gonna Be Sorry did.
Well, I'd like to thank Ron Tonkin Fiat. They're the sponsor of our jammer line. So every time those jammers step up to that line, they're sponsored by Ron Tonkin Fiat.
And You're Gonna Be Sorry ended up in the penalty box at the very end of that jam.
And what's that mean there, Magic Pony?
That means she's out of the game for 30 seconds, and that puts Headache in what we like to call a power jam.
It's a power jam. I like the defense that was laid down there. Everybody was lined up on that inside line, and here comes the offense.
But Ivana Thrasher takes apart Headache, drops her to the inside, and forces the cut.
Headache, yeah, she stepped right up there, and Ivana Thrasher jumped back, forcing that cut. Real impressive play by Ivana Thrasher.
Talk about situational awareness. Ivana Thrasher's one of the very best.
You're gonna be sorry. Now in a power jam, ran right through the center. With little help from her friends making a hole, and she's your lead jammer now.
How did she do that? All right, Heartless Heathers with a blue wall in the back set up to slow her down. Everybody cycles to the front. So many whistles at the end of that jam, I couldn't quite tell what was going on.
You're gonna be sorry. Picked up 2 points, ended up on her tail, but it was a nice play. Right now we've got a close game. It's 12-6. It's only a 6-point difference between these two teams. And so far what we're seeing is a lot of strong defense. After seeing a hit like that, I want to talk about Bridgetown Chiropractic. They are official chiropractor of the Rose City Rollers since the beginning. That's Bridgetown Chiropractic.
That's number 828, Keto Kabam, up for your Guns and Rollers.
And that's Smalls out there for the first time on the line with a star on her helmet.
Quite a scrum going on. Everybody trying to push through Smalls, hooked to the outside.
Artemis Foulmouth pushed her to the line, ended up on her knees. And that is Smalls out there, and she's your lead jammer.
Keto Kabam with Frankenskate and Knife to get by. Right now, Knife drops in and tries to put the pressure on.
And a penalty being called on the Knife. She's going to the Pabst Blue Ribbon penalty box, and she will serve the next 30 seconds there.
And that jam is off. 4 more points for your Heartless Heathers.
OHSU Sports Medicine is proud to be the official medical care team of the Rose City Rollers. That's OHSU Sports Medicine.
That one's a tough read. It's strangely written.
Especially when I do it. Irie Bell once again on the line, and that's going to be Ivana Thrasher. She's got to compete against as the jammer duties for the next jam.
Heartless Heathers down 1 to the penalty box going into this jam. Irie Bell throwing herself at the back of the line.
Ivana Thrasher, she jumps up, does a fantastic job getting through. She's your lead jammer.
Mace Ventura doing a great job scraping off Vava Boom. Irie Bell on the run. Vava Boom cycles back to the front. One more to get by.
How did she stay on her feet? That was huge. Oh, and she got hit with a karate chop.
I missed the call, I'm sorry. It was too exciting.
And that's a power jam now for Ivana Thrasher. This is the exact kind of opportunity right here Guns N' Rollers need to get back in this game.
Mace Ventura and Knife on their way to the penalty box. Bella Constrictor on the track all by herself. Picking up some help right now, but
there's a half a 6-pack sitting in that Pabst Blue Ribbon penalty box right now.
Taddy Munster just getting mobilized in the background there as she rejoins the pack.
Excellent offensive work coming from number 44. She jumped out there, knocked some bodies around, and got her jammer free.
Back up on the line. Ivana Thrasher dropped out by Bella Constrictor, and she calls it off.
And we have a lead change. Guns N' Rollers absolutely rolled the dice on that one. Jumped up with that power jam. They are now sitting on 30 points to the Heartless Heathers 16.
I think you've got mixed roller derby metaphors in there. Hey, that's You're Gonna Be Sorry back on the line.
Big Brothers, Big Sister Sports Buddies. They are proud to be partners, encouraging young people to get out and get active. That's Big Brothers, Big Sister Sports Buddies.
And she's up against Headache. You're Gonna Be Sorry around the outside. Guns N' Rollers really locking down how to open up the doors for their jammers in this.
Headache was just encased for a brief moment. She's out of the pack.
You're Gonna Be Sorry sachets along the inside and walks away.
I knew we were going to see something special tonight, Magic Pony. This is pretty exciting right here.
She is special and exciting. Hey, we'd like to thank Cars to Go, your online source. Meet the future of car sharing. Sign up today for carstogo.com.
Well, considering it's a timeout on the track, Cosmo Damage had seen enough. He wants to rally his troops, get them calmed down, and get them back in this game. It's an 18-point lead right now, and this is a good timeout for the Heartless Heathers.
Hey, and I'm not afraid to throw a pitch during a break like this, so. Oh. This timeout is an official taco timeout sponsored by Porcano.
I would say Porque yes to a taco timeout.
Hey, that's a good one. Amazing Taqueria Taco Fair with 2 locations in the Mississippi and the Hawthorne. That's Porcano. And we got to rewrite that one anyway. Hey, that's Frankenskate on the line for the first time of the evening for your Heartless Heathers.
Kato Kabam, she's got the pink striped star on her helmet. We've got all 4 skaters in the blocker war on each team. That's a grand total of 5, and that's the way the Derby Gods intended it to be played.
Payne Goodall, Juke Nukem, Artemis Foulmouth, and Van Helslinger on the line for your Guns and Rollers. Frankenskate's got her work cut out for her up front.
Well, she's gone inside out and back again. Now she's just pressing up against the middle of that wall, trying to find a hole. Oh, around the outside, she is your lead jammer, but there was a last-ditch effort by Payne Goodall to get her out of bounds.
That gives Kato Kabam a chance to run to the front. Shiny Doll Assassin up there right now with a couple others trying to cycle in to help her.
Great work by Taddy Munster to catch back up to that jammer and bring her back into the pack.
Artemis Foulmouth with a huge hit, just clobbering Taddy Munster and freeing her jammer to go sit in the penalty box for 30 seconds.
Oh, Kato Kabam, she looks like she's picking up a low block. She'll be headed to the penalty box to serve her 30 seconds.
Frankenskate still trying to fight it out up front with most of the Guns and Rollers line. Payne Goodall.
Excellent truck and trailer work up there.
Right now, holding it down, dropping to bridge out. Juke Nukem chasing her down, can't stop her.
Amazing, she got lead jammer in that same spot, but it took her a whole nother lap to get back out.
Just crazy hard work up front. Juke Nukem, and once again, Payne Goodall putting the wall to her. Frankenskate pushing so hard to work through that wall. Takes all 5.
And here come the Heathers. They're up to 21, and they're creeping back in on this score.
Frankenskate doing a lot of that work right now. Was a good time to put her in. Kato Kabam locked up in the back.
Kato up against that blue wall once again. I think she's looking for help.
And we've got a helmet cover pass.
Yep, Juke Nukem got the pass. She came, engaged Taddy Munster, and she is off.
So for those of you who don't know, at any time, the jammer can pass off the star helmet cover to the pivot, who is the person with the striped helmet cover, if the work is too much.
Ivana Thrasher once again out. She's your lead jammer. Screaming Beaver, though, she's also breached that pack. She's on her way. Good call off by Ivana Thrasher. She picked up 3 more points. They've maintained the lead and doing a good job keeping that lead jammer.
37-25 Guns and Rollers. Heartless Heathers pushing hard to catch up right now.
Bike Punk, locally printed, eco-friendly stickers, signs, and designs. Visit bikepunk.com.
Heathers down 1 to the penalty box.
Irie Bell, she creeps up on that black wall and is now fighting to try and find her way through.
Yo Gonna Be Sorry breaks out and finds Taddy Munster on the inside and takes lead jammer.
Irie Bell getting knocked to the inside line, ends up on her knees, and the whole squad is in front of her now.
Once again, up front, Payne Goodall and Juke Nukem working a really good team. Vava Boom backed in, and everybody goes down in the turn.
Oh, what a huge hit. Trying to slow her down. You're going to be sorry. Brushed it off like it was no big deal.
That was amazing. Irie Bell working hard to stay on the track, but dropped out by Vava Boom and comes in right behind her and Payne Goodall.
Well, Taddy Munster that time was not getting taken out again. She just gave a little bit of love back to You're Gonna Be Sorry, and Yogi right now having no luck getting through.
Van Helslinger to the penalty box with Bella Constrictor. Both teams down 1. Payne Goodall dragging.
Irie Bell, she's stuck back there. Having a hard time getting out this time.
That's a rough wall.
That's a great wall is what that is.
And up front, You're Gonna Be Sorry having kind of the same problem.
No pack being called. They have to reform. You're Gonna Be Sorry is out, picking up 5 more points.
You're Gonna Be Sorry running up the score. Irie Bell taking a beating. And Juke Nukem on her way to the penalty box.
It was pretty close. You can only hit within 20 feet of the pack. She was right on the cusp, but she went over, and that's a penalty.
Just a tiny bit. We'll give you 30 seconds in the box. You're Gonna Be Sorry up front. Taddy Munster, Sui Generous holding her down, and Irie Bell through.
You're Gonna Be Sorry now, trying to fight around. She calls it off. That's another great jam for your Guns and Rollers. Right now we've got a score sitting at 56. Heartless Heathers 25.
Hey, it's Portland. You know the magic is in the hole. Proud sponsors of the Rose City Rollers and the Wheels of Justice. That's Voodoo Donuts.
Voodoo Donuts. I had one of those the other day. It was delicious.
Do they still make those cough syrup donuts? Cough syrup filling? Those were awesome.
I think that was just for you, Magic Pony. Headache on the track right now for your Heartless Heathers. Trying to find purchase on the track and not getting around the blockers quite yet.
Ivana Thrasher taking a beating around from the outside to the inside and still trying to find her way through that blue wall.
Headache up front. She's finally through. She's your lead jammer. Forearm being called on China Doll Assassin. She will be headed to the Pabst Blue Ribbon penalty box.
Ivana Thrasher squeaks by Rathmatica and the knife on the straightaway. She's on her scoring pass.
That's a pretty good call out. They picked up 2 points out there.
Ivana picked up 3.
Didn't call it off quite fast enough. New Belgian Brewing, Fat Tire Ale or Ranger IPA. Grab one from concessions because they are delicious. That's New Belgian Brewing's Fat Tire Ale and Ranger IPA.
All right, Heartless Heathers down 1 to the penalty box. That's China Doll Assassin.
And on the Ron Tonkin Fiat Jammer line, once again, that is Kato Kabam up against Smalls.
And Keto Kabam dropped out, working hard to keep her just avoiding that cut. Shrugging off hits on her way through the pack right now.
Oh, that was some great moves. You know, that's one of the disadvantages of sometimes a wall when they spread it all the way back. If a jammer comes in hot like that, they just skate around you like it's a drill.
And it's hard to get, when you get up to the front, you got to break through, and the other wall's just sitting there waiting for you.
Taddy Munster, last line of defense. Kato Kabam, here's the call off, and she picks up 4 points for her effort. Joe's Burgers, 4 locations, awesome burgers, and the official feeder of the Rose City Rollers Volunteers. That's Joe's Burgers.
I do love them burgers.
Black and blue with bacon, baby.
Oh,
man. Whew. This made my mouth water saying it.
Back on the line, that's Ivana Thrasher for your Guns and Rollers. And the Screaming Beaver for your Heartless Heathers. Screaming Beaver dropped out and on the drag back by Juvie Hall and Roller Eclipse.
Ivana Thrasher is up front, really push on the back of that blue wall. 2 blockers left, last line of defense.
Right now up front, Screaming Beaver still trying to break out.
And Mace Ventura sent to the box for hitting out of play.
Screaming Beaver on her attack run. And that jam is off. She just didn't get there in time.
Man, she came in hot and ended up on the deck with that kind of wallop. Bridgetown Automotive. When quality counts, Call Bridgetown Automotive. Supports Rose City Rollers while taking care of your car. That's Bridgetown Automotive.
You're going to be sorry on the track for your Guns and Rollers.
She'll be going up against Headache once again on the track.
Both teams down 1 to the penalty box. You're going to be sorry quickly at that line on the outside. Knife and Taddy Munster trying to hold her down right now.
Headache having a real tough time in the back of that pack, trying to get through.
You're going to be sorry dropped to the inside and dragged away back. Shrugs off a great hit from the Knife and is on the run.
Whoa, and Juke Nukem got a huge piece of Knife as she was trying to run up the line to stop the jammer. Juke Nukem said, no, you have a seat right there.
The part of the telephone pole played by Juke Nukem.
Man.
Holy mackerel. I want to do a read. Hey, Kelly Brown, debt relief. Kelly Brown loves roller derby, and you know what? We love Kelly Brown. That's Kelly Brown, debt relief.
He's a great guy, man.
Awesome.
Right now we got a score of 64, Guns and Rollers 28. Coming off that Tonkin jammer line.
Hey, that's the Hound of the Bad Askervilles up for your Guns and Rollers.
And Frankenskate, second time on the line for her tonight. She is fighting up against that black wall defense right now, dictating what's happening to the Heathers.
Breaking out, it's the Hound.
Excellent recycling. Juvie Hall right now. Up again, Ivana Thrasher taking out Frankenskate, not letting her get anywhere real fast.
Yeah, that's a rough wall to be fighting against. And I'm always just blown away with how strong Frankenskate is. She pushes so hard on that wall. And everybody fighting to slow her down.
And in the back, Hound, she's up against her own wall of blue, and she is woeing all the way.
This is kind of slow motion derby right now.
That's kind of what derby's turned into. It's a defensive struggle. Once the teams learn their D and execute it well like this, that jammer is just having a nightmare. On a roll. She has dropped back to play some O.
Up front with 2 more to get by. Juvie Hall manages the drop and pulls the drag on Frankenskate. That jam is off.
On a roll, also sent to the penalty box. So that's going to put 2 blockers in the penalty box to start this next jam. And a timeout being called over on the GNR sideline. They want to talk about that last play and what they're going to do. Well, as we mentioned, the taco timeout's brought to you by Porque No.
Porque yes. I don't care you're tired of that joke. It's my favorite joke. So, King, what do you think? I can always count on you to have an opinion. What do you think about the game?
You know, I'm really impressed right now with the play of GNR. GNR's got some fantastic defense that they've been playing. And I don't think we saw it the first time we saw them back in December. We didn't see the level of D that we're seeing tonight.
No, they're really bringing it to the track right now, 110%.
Oh, you know they are. They're playing a really elevated game. Last time we saw Heathers on the track, they had that level, and you could see right now it's a game of defense.
Yep.
It's whoever's got the stronger defense out there. It's not the strongest jammers right now. It's the strongest D. And this is what we're seeing. And these jammers are up against a horror show of booty.
There's a million jokes in that line. Back on the line, you're going to be sorry.
And Screamin' Beaver. Screamin' Beaver, only 2 blockers she's got to beat. But right now, those 2 blockers have got her.
And it's the Screaming Beaver on the inside line taking lead jammer.
Now, this is a great opportunity right now for a Screamin' Beaver to score some points for the Heathers.
Taddy Munster had a piece of You're Gonna Be Sorry for a second, and it just was a delayed reaction. It slowed her down and dropped her out.
Juke Nukem did not like the fact she got away from her, tried to shake her down all the way to turn number 3.
And up front, the Knife, Taddy Munster. Everybody going after Juke Nukem, and now she's putting on the pressure.
Well, that was great. Knife and Taddy Munster both were up on her, trying not to keep her in that pack. Real strong play. I'd also like to thank Kind Bars. Snack like there's no tomorrow. Find them at Kind Snacks. Irie Bell once again on the line up against Kato Kabam.
Hey, King, I'm not required or I don't have to respond to text messages that people send me.
No.
Do I? Great.
No.
So don't do that anymore.
Kato Kabam right now trying to fight her way through a wall of blue, and they are just holding her back in the apex.
Irie Bell up front with all of the Guns and Rollers.
That wall of blue just knocks Kato out of bounds. They're taking her back almost all the way to the pivot line.
Irie Bell just plows her way through the line. She's your lead jammer.
Kato Kabam does a star pass. At least it looks like she was trying to. Artemis Foulmouth kind of crushed Irie Bell up front. Irie Bell shrugged it off, picks up her 5 points, and waves it off.
Kato Kabam in a battle in the backfield right now, trying to get back on the track.
Taddy Munster having a good time keeping her out, too.
It was a very good little dance.
That was a real mischievous smile she had. Haha, I'm going to get you. PDX Pipeline, your online source for Portland music, arts, and entertainment happenings. That's PDX Pipeline.
On the line right now, Ivana Thrasher.
And I believe that would be Smalls.
Is it just Smalls or is it the Smalls?
Well, Ivana Thrasher ran up that inside line. You got to hold that line down, and she found the opening. She's your lead jammer.
And Smalls through. She's on her scoring pass.
Ivana Thrasher, she got her points. That's 4 more added to their total. It's going to take them to 71. She called it off. That's a great heads-up play.
5 minutes left in this half of regulation play. 44-71 GNR.
Buffalo Gap Saloon and Eatery, home of the Rose City Rollers and the, excuse me, John Landing's favorite eatery and saloon. That's Buffalo Gap Saloon and Eatery.
Hound of the Bad Askervilles on the line right now.
Wow, what a great slide up that outside line. That's Headache.
It was wide open.
I love it when players do that.
That is some super play by her line. And Headache attacks the line. No one was looking. Breaks right through.
Headache so quickly got around there. She picks up a grand slam for her effort.
Frankenskate and Knife up front. China Doll Assassin and Bella Constrictor coming in. A high block called on China Doll Assassin.
Oh, there's a cat pass. Roller Kip got the pass, but it looks like Knife and Frankenskate were not going to be tricked by it, and they grabbed her. She's twisted and turning, trying to get out, but she is still stuck in that pack.
Knife just blowing through the line, shrugging off hits all the way through. Not Knife, that's Headache.
I know.
You'd think I would know them by now.
Well, speaking of Knife, she got a hold of Roller Eclipse, tapped her out of bounds, and it's taken her all the way back to the Tonkin Jammer line.
And Headache once again through for another 5 as she runs up the score for the Heathers.
There's a little bit of offensive love from the GNR team. They managed to get their jammer through.
Headache with a very casual skate around the outside, weaves her way through the pack and calls it off.
Wow. GNR looked like they were going to run away with this, but with one good jam, the Heathers have climbed their way back into being 8 points away. We got a score of 71 GNR, Heartless Heathers 63.
And back on the line right now, the You Gonna Be Sorry.
Screaming Beaver up against Yo Gonna Be Sorry.
You're Gonna Be Sorry taking to the inside, trying to find some sunshine right there. Both jammers working over the lines. Dropped out, but jumps right back in. That's the Screaming Beaver.
Oh, and I hear there's a cut.
On the Screaming Beaver, she'll be taking the long way around.
Yeah, salt in the wound. She had already passed the line, got knocked out of bounds, and had to go all the way back and start again. Meanwhile, Yo Gonna Be Sorry is out there trying to make up some of those points they just lost on that last jam.
And through for 5 as the Heartless Heathers set up their line. On the attack, it's Artemis Foulmouth from the outside.
Yo Gonna Be Sorry attacking that pack. She went ahead and called it off. I'm kind of liking this call off. They're going to ice the jammer, pun intended, and creep Screaming Beaver in that penalty box. Get a fresh jammer out there. Someone who has been really playing very well tonight, Ivana Thrasher. She's got 39 points, and she is the leading scorer right now for the Guns N' Rollers.
I forget that we have these banks of information.
It's so awesome.
Although we're the only people looking at it, so you at home, keep track. Ivana Thrasher hits the line, breaks through, cannot be stopped, lead jammer.
Bella Constrictor and Sui Generous both tried to stop her. They got a hip on them, and that was about it. Ivana Thrasher out.
GNR lining up in the backfield. Pushing through Ivana Thrasher.
She picks up another 5 points, gliding through that pack.
Screaming Beaver dishing it out. As soon as she hits the line, Juvie Hall trying to slow her down. She's through on her scoring pass. Oh, and that jam is off.
4 more points on that pass. It's quite impressive.
Echo Construction, the friendly people at Echo Construction love custom home building, remodels, and roller derby. That's Echo Construction.
Everybody who's seen roller derby loves roller derby. I just want to clarify that for you, Magic Pony. On the line, we've got, it looks like Frankenskate out there.
And that's Payne Goodall jamming for your Guns N' Rollers. Payne Goodall on the outside. Taddy Munster trying to slow her down. Pretty much puts a stop to her assault. Payne Goodall breaks through. Lead jammer, Guns N' Rollers. She just does not take no for an answer.
No, she doesn't. Frankenstein still stuck in the pack. She's getting a little bit of help of offensive end and still unable to get out of that pack.
Frankenskate still on the run.
Looked like Juke Nukem took out her own jammer. Of course, her own jammer was trying to take the line. Juke Nukem was trying to block on.
GNR pretty much right now owning all of the business for the Heartless Heathers jammers.
Oh, and a cut being called on Frankenskate. Untimely call as we roll into a minute left in this jam.
Payne Goodall in the back right now. Heartless Heathers drop in to hold her down. Taddy Munster, last line of defense as she weaved her way through the pack, and down she goes.
She got her in turn number 4.
Taddy and Rathmatica trying to slow her down right now, and she calls it off.
Wow, she had the bench and all the audience pretty much yelling to call that as we roll into halftime. It's going to be about 10 minutes of a halftime, so kids, don't go anywhere. Me and Magic Pony Show will be right back after this. Well, Magic Pony, we're getting back from halftime. We've got another 30 minutes, and I definitely expect to see some pretty hard hits coming from the Heathers. I don't think they're used to being down, or we're expecting something different when they came into this game. Right now, the Guns N' Rollers, they've got 2 main scorers right now for their team. Ivana Thrasher's got 48 points. Yo Gonna Be Sorry's got 34. In the game on the other side for the Heartless Heathers, Headache, she's sitting at 32 points. Screaming Beavers got 10, and Frankenskate got 9.
And on the line, as we get back into this, speaking of Frankenskate.
Well, Frankenskate's going to be starting the next half.
Sitting in the box.
That's right. It's going to give a power jam opportunity. Speaking of penalties, penalty war is pretty even. Guns N' Rollers have 13. Heartless has just a few more with 16. But really, it's what happens on the track when they're in the penalty box is what's dictating this game right now.
Absolutely. And You're Gonna Be Sorry is setting the pace. Lead jammer right off the line.
Juvie Hall picking up a penalty very quickly. She'll be headed to the Pabst Blue Ribbon penalty box to spend a few minutes to think about what she did.
What? And You're Gonna Be Sorry back at it up front with Taddy Munster and Bella Constrictor right now. Off she goes. 5 points.
Out of play being called in the front. That's going to be Bella Constrictor. She's going to have to spend a 30-second time in that penalty box.
Ivana Thrasher trades seats with Juvie Hall in the penalty box. And up front, well, that was On a Roll and Roller Eclipse.
Well, I really like what they did there. What they did was they kind of spent the time with You're Gonna Be Sorry skating around the track to get one of their players out of the box. They really had to wait till the last second to call that off, but they got Juvie Hall out. That's going to put 3 skaters on the track, so the blocker war is going to be 3-on-3.
And if you were going to have 3 on the track, this is 6 that would be at the top of my list.
Headache right now, engaging that pack, finding a hole on the outside. One player left to beat. That's Juke Nukem.
Up front right now, really slowing down Headache, and Van Helslinger drops in. It's a cut on Headache, thanks to Van Helslinger.
That was a great heads-up play by Helslinger to jump back, realizing she was in front of that, and getting that call on Headache.
That was amazing. Kato Kabam through.
Kato Kabam, she is through, and there's a full complement of blockers out there thinking they got to go. Oh, what a nice move in the apex.
And right now being held down by Taddy Munster and Bella Constrictor. This has been a great jam for the two of them. The knife drops in. And that jam is off.
Great call off there. That right there is courtesy of the bench. They called off and iced the jammer. We are right now at Oaks Park. It's home of the Rose City Rollers and place to purchase your derby gear. Visit Oaks Park. It's good times to skate, isn't it, Magic Pony?
We're at the hangar at Oaks Amusement Park.
I know.
That's what they told me to say. You're Gonna Be Sorry back on the line all by herself. A lot of power to get through that line. Right now with 2 more to get by, 1 more to get by.
Oh, Knife thought she had her for a second. You're Gonna Be Sorry is out, and she's your lead jammer.
Headache back on the track. And GNR trying to stay in front of her. Juvie Hall takes a quick step, drops to the front.
It looks like a multiplayer block on the jammer. You're Gonna Be Sorry is going to have to serve a 30-second penalty. I don't think Magic Pony believed his eyes, but I do believe it did happen.
It's not something you see every day.
Not often on a jammer.
Driving through that line, they couldn't quite put a finger on her.
This could not come in as a better time right now for the Heartless Heathers. Headache just picked up 5 points, and she's in scoring position once again.
On a roll. Working hard to get back with her teammates, and the GNR sets up a line in the front.
Knife just pulled some great offense there. They opened up the inside line. Oh!
Juvie Hall with the tag drops Headache to the inside.
Once again, Knife and Taddy Munster jumped up, gave a little offense.
Roller Eclipse on a roll, and Juvie Hall once again dropping Headache to the inside and back to the back of the pack. Taddy Munster going after. You're Gonna Be Sorry. Down she goes to the out and to the back of the pack.
Wow.
Looks like Taddy Munster picked up a low block on that one. It was an impressive block.
It was an impressive block all the way to where she dropped her.
Officials didn't like it, but it was amazing.
You're going to be sorry out there all by her lonesome, and she's up against the back of that truck and trailer of blue.
Knife running the line on You're Gonna Be Sorry. Shredder Cheese right there to hold her down.
Nightlight Lounge, Rose City Rollers' favorite Clinton Street bar, and the only place to get Rose City Rollers tickets in town. We also want to thank McDonald Miller Facility Solutions, proud sponsors of the Rose City Rollers.
GNR running up the score, 81 to 112. Everybody drops back to the pivot line. The jammer line. It's Ivana Thrasher on the outside, lead jammer.
Smalls out there for the Heathers. She's getting ping-ponged inside and out. Still trying to find a hole to get through.
Smalls right now sachets her way along the outside, is on her scoring pass. Ivana Thrasher to the penalty box. She barely made it.
Called for skating out of bounds. Now you can't skate out of bounds to avoid a hit, and that's the call.
Smalls through for 5.
Penalties once again playing a part in this comeback by the Heartless Heathers.
Big opportunity for the Heathers to pick up some points and close this lead. Smalls on the inside line. Helslinger giving her the time of day.
Heathers have decided to go ahead and stop and let the jammer do her work.
Smalls pushing it forward, works her way around Juke Newcomb.
Wow! David and Goliath out there. Smalls just gave wallop to Juke Newcomb and got her points.
And Smalls back at it. Helslinger.
Ivana Thrasher served her time, snuck on in there, picks up 4 points with some interesting acrobatics on that line.
Knife and Bella Constrictor doing a great job scraping off Juke Newcomb.
Whoa! That
Knife!
Almost. Ivana Thrasher almost pulled that off.
That was a beautiful block by Knife on the outside. Followed up with some amazing acrobatics.
Smalls picks up another 5 points on that pass. Met with 4 points by Ivana Thrasher. Juke Newcomb.
Taddy Munster with the drag back on Ivana Thrasher right now.
Smalls trying to call it off. She was not the lead jammer out there, so they made the play continue. But that was a great jam for the Heartless Heathers. We got a score of 120 GNR to 102 for the Heathers. Hope Baraka Realtor, helping Portlanders buy and sell their dream houses. That's Hope Baraka Realtor. Black Cat Plumbing, your local neighborhood plumbing company and proud part of the Rose City Rollers since 2009.
That's a long time. Hey, we'd like to remind everybody that RCR is a partner with Big Brothers Big Sisters Sports Buddies program, encouraging young people to get active. That's Big Brothers Big Sisters.
GNR right here taking a cool down timeout. It's an opportunity for them to get back on the same page. They had a little, I think, interruption, and they don't want to let Heartless Heathers get too much closer, if I can get the words out, than what they already are.
1 minute to get your focus back on the game. And the crowd goes wild. Back at it on the line, Payne Goodall for GNR.
Bridgetown Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of the Rose City Rollers since the beginning of time.
And that's Irie Bell for your Heartless Heathers. GNR up front. Irie Bell with a lot to work with.
Payne Goodall right now. She's trying to find a lane through. One player left to beat, and that's Taddy Munster. What a great hit.
still picked up lead jammer.
Irie Bell on the inside gets bumped out by Juke Nukem. She picked up a cut.
And Irie Bell on her way to the penalty box picked up a cut.
Might have missed that cut out there, but Payne Goodall picks up 5 points.
Heartless Heathers up to the front. Roller Eclipse in for the Anarchy.
Yep. That was an interesting Anarchy.
Payne Goodall escorted to the outside and calling off the jam.
3 more points being scored by GNR. I would like to thank some of our league sponsors: Portland Mercury, Portland Vital Signs, City Graphics, and Kay's Bar. They're some of our wonderful sponsors. We have do a lot of things with them, and we're thankful they're here for us.
Keto Kabam on the line for Guns N' Rollers right now. On the outside, Keto Kabam runs away with lead jammer.
Nice use of offense there to get their jammer free while they're taking advantage of this power jam.
Juke Nukem in to scare everybody off the wall. Keto Kabam still finding knife there.
That was a great
by that
hit.
one. Mace Ventura in the line right now.
Wait
Taddy Munster, and she's through.
Irie Bell served her time. Heathers drop back and give her the O on both ends. Irie Bell still trying to fight to get through. That was great recovery by GNR to hold that jammer.
Absolutely. And Irie Bell up against that front wall. Juke Nukem running things.
Keto Kabam getting taken out and dragged way back to turn number 2.
Hellslinger, Ivana Thrasher, and out she goes. On the drag back, it's Hellslinger and Juke Nukem.
Oh, this is some real interesting defense on the other side of the track here.
Oh, once again, we're back to this slow motion play.
Neither jamming right now having any luck trying to get through. Ivana Thrasher goes up, tries to take a hit at knife, rolls off, and this defense keeps going.
Mace Ventura with the drag back. Keto Kabam calling it off.
We'd like to let Blaze Streaming Media, we'd like to give them a big thanks. Right now you're watching at home via this live broadcast brought to you by Blaze Streaming Media.
That's Blaze Streaming Media.
Nice slow pack to get this jam started. You're gonna be sorry. Trying to get through in the front. She's got one player left to beat.
Screaming Beaver all over the place back there. GNR can hardly find her. Juvie Hall with the drop. Not quite enough. Screaming Beaver so quick on her feet, she got right back in there.
On a roll, she was up there too, trying to stop her.
You're gonna be sorry calling off that jam under the pressure of the Screaming Beaver.
We'd also like to thank Shebop. It's a female-friendly sex toy boutique in Portland, Oregon. That's Shebop.
Hey, speaking of, ladies and gentlemen, there is tons of beer here. If anybody's interested in that, tons of beer.
If you are thirsty and you want a beer, we've got it right below this place where we're speaking to you from.
Talk to the Purple Rain if you want some more beer. Because if you're in the house, you should want some more beer. The Purple Rain cannot wait to give away more of that beer for those of you who are here in attendance.
All I have to say is you need to save at least one for me and Magic Pony.
I can't drink beer, I'm gluten free.
Oh, then I want Magic Pony's free beer.
That's 2 for King.
Well, this is a great time out right here, brought to you by 4K, no.
4K, yes.
4K, yes, it is a good timeout.
It sure is. Oh, I like that one. Hey, we'd like to send a super special secret shout out to one of our newest sponsors. That's Secret Aardvark.
Secret Aardvark. I love that name.
That's a world of flavor. That stuff's awesome. I love the Secret Aardvark. No secret about how awesome that stuff is. Is it Secret Aardvark or the Secret Aardvark?
I would like the Secret Aardvark.
I think the.
There can be only one. It's kind of like the Highlander.
Is it Purple Rain or the Purple Rain?
I only want to see you bathing in the Purple Rain.
The Prince. Ivana Thrasher up for GNR right now.
And Knife, first time in the line tonight. She's trying to run her way up the inside line, gets taken out, picks herself up in turn number 1.
Knife jamming.
Ivana Thrasher, she's your lead jammer. She's in control.
Knife powers through the line and is on the run.
Whoa! Ivana Thrasher showing some great skills out there. One foots it around the corner.
Knife putting the pressure on, and Ivana Thrasher calling off the jam.
Visit TimothyMurrayPhotography.com for classic black and white derby images. That's TimothyMurray.photography.com.
Hey, yo, Timothy Murray's in the house. I see you over there, brother.
Laurelhurst Theater and Pub, the best of modern cinema, independent art, and classic films to Portland movie lovers.
The best of modern Cinnabon?
Cinema.
Hey, that's You're Gonna Be Sorry on the track for GNR.
And Headache once again with a star on her helmet. She's trying to fight against that wall. Gets taken out, but she's so good about getting back in and stopping on those toe stops.
Once again, the blockers playing absolutely total control derby as You're Gonna Be Sorry rubs it in my face and breaks out for a lead jam.
You're Gonna Be Sorry once again getting another lead jam.
Heather's in the way.
Oh, she did. She touched a down skater. Frankenskate went down. You're Gonna Be Sorry was trying to get around her, put 2 hands on her, and pushed her back down again. And you can't do that.
Apparently not in this game. Headache on her way, assaulting the line right now, weaves her way through. Roller Eclipse tries to get a piece of her, can't quite stop her.
She made that look really easy.
Yeah.
And it's not that easy.
It's Headache's thing, man.
I know. Headache, that's how good she is.
She is absolutely powerful. Up against the line. Nobody touches her.
No, that was Taddy Munster. Taddy Munster cleaned that hole right on up, opened it wide, dropped the player from the inside all the way on the outside corner.
That was incredible. Once again, Headache with the amazing stop. Not quite out.
Picked up her points backwards.
And Roller Eclipse had to let her go.
And that's 5 more points for her to add to her totals for the night.
Hound of the Bad Askervilles having a great jam. Taddy Munster down. Trying to slow down Roller Eclipse out there, and she'll be on her way to the penalty box.
That's another low block for Taddy Munster. She's got these great blocks she keeps using in there.
And Roller Eclipse went to the box too.
All right. Well, we've got another power jam benefiting the Heartless Heathers.
And that jam is off.
X-Ray FM loves the roller derby. Find X-Ray at 107.1 FM. And if you haven't listened to X-Ray FM, it's fantastic. I can't say enough good. Have you?
Since I found out they were a sponsor, I
well, they
put them on my
They
the
got
buttons on my stereo in my car.
They got some oldies on there. They got some reggae on there. They got some
so
weird
good.
techno on there. It's great stuff. You got to listen to it.
Oh, it's an official timeout. I'm going to go down to the track.
I believe this might be our first official. No, it isn't. Wired Eye Repair. Wired Eye Repair, your mom's favorite smartphone tablet repair since 2010. That's Wired Eye Repair. Now it's an official review.
She was doing this.
While we're taking this official review and Magic Funny's making his way to the track, I'd like to thank OHSU Sports Medicine. OHSU Sports Medicine is proud to be the official medical care team of the Rose City Rollers.
I'll let you know once they tell me. So the question was about the high block that was called on 1-2-2-1 Roller Eclipse that sent her to the penalty box. And I believe it's going to stand.
Well, that was an interesting call.
Now we're into an official review from the Heartless Heathers, probably about much the same issue.
Well, yeah, that could be also.
It's just odd to see two people bang into each other, a penalty be called, and both of them go to the box.
I mean, people bang into each other in this sport there, Magic Pony?
I guess.
All right.
It's the new rule set.
Well, the official rules down there. We'd also like to thank Big Brothers and Big Sisters Sports Buddies. Their Rose City is proud to be a sports buddy partner, encouraging young people to get out and get active. That's the Big Brothers, Big Sisters Sports Buddy. So Magic Pony, what do you think of this special event we have here on Wednesday for everybody?
I love the Wednesday night bouts. What do you people think?
Wednesday Right Roller Derby. I mean, it is hump day. I don't know.
I'm not going to touch that. Ladies and gentlemen at home, I don't know if you can see it. It's probably about 400 people here.
Yeah.
It's totally bonkers. It's one of the best houses I've ever seen.
And you know what? We have beer to give away. So if you guys are thirsty, please go take care of that for me. Otherwise, they're going to make me drink it, and I have to work in the morning.
All right, so basically at the end of that, everything stays the way it was. The high block stays, and the other thing stays.
All right.
Groovy. Play some more derby.
That's right. Well, you know, roller derby, this isn't roller derby without an official review, Magic Pony, so thank you very much for letting us all know how things go down. We're going to start this next jam with Screaming Beaver on the power line and Roller Eclipse in the Pass Blue Ribbon penalty box all by her lonesome. Screaming Beaver is on that Ron Tonkin Fiat jammer line.
And Duke Nukem running the line.
Wow. What an absolutely stunning spin around move there in turn number 2. Screaming Beaver's your lead jammer.
She's a great jammer. Duke Nukem once again running the line on a roll, and Ivana Thrasher there to slow down the Screaming Beaver. Duke Nukem gets a piece of her, finally drops her to the inside and slows her down.
Knife, on the other hand, she's doing about the same to Roller Eclipse. Roller Eclipse was stuck in there. She almost snuck her way through. 5 more points for Screamin' Beaver.
Duke Nukem with a tag on Knife. Scraped her off of Roller Eclipse, and Roller Eclipse is on her on the run.
Roller Eclipse, she's busting her way through, got taken out by her own player. She had so much momentum build up there.
On a roll, just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Ivana Thrasher breaking out up front with the helmet cover.
Multiplayer block being called, and Duke Nukem's got the benefit of that call. 4 more points for Screamin' Beaver. That's a great call off. Ivana Thrasher was creeping up on the back of that pack. And ladies and gentlemen, the score is 147 to 113. The Heathers keep trying to get back in this game. And they are within 18 points. And as you know, a good power jam will take care of that. No problem, Magic Pony.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you can feel it at home, but the crowd just went totally insane. Smalls on the line right now with Keto Kabam.
Smalls right now trying to find a hole on the inside. Juvie Hall took her out, and everyone there was waiting for her.
Smalls, a lot of power in such a tiny package, breaks out. She is your lead jammer.
Smalls doing a great job at jamming duties tonight.
Up front, power duo, Knife and Taddy Munster can't quite slow down Keto Kabam.
Smalls, on the other hand, she's down there in the corner. She creeps around the outside, picks up 4 points. Score right now 151, 137. Heather's getting ever closer. Voodoo Donuts, the magic is in the hole. Proud sponsor of the Rose City Rollers and the Wheels of Justice. That's Voodoo Donuts. BikePunk.com, locally printed, eco-friendly stickers, signs, and designs. Visit BikePunk.com.
I feel like we've seen this set up a ton of times. You're gonna be sorry versus Headache. Headache, round the outside backwards. Putting everybody down on a roll right now, just trying to slow her down, can't do it. Lead jammer, Heartless Heathers.
You're gonna be sorry. Oh, she got clipped by Taddy Munster, and she's gotta go back and start again.
Quick to the back, you're gonna be sorry, trying to fight her way through. On the outside, she's on her scoring pass.
Finally, Yo gonna be sorry, got out of that pack.
Headache again, weaving her way through, gets dropped out, and calls it off. Not before.
3 more points being picked up by Headache.
I want to do a read. I don't have my glasses.
Kind bars. Kind of brand all-natural whole nut and fruit bars made from ingredients you can see and pronounce. That's Kind bars.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Kind of bars you like to eat.
Yeah. All right, Ivana Thrasher back on the line with Screaming Beaver.
Right now, Screaming Beaver playing a little bit of a defensive role out there.
Ivana Thrasher dropped and comes into the back of the pack with Taddy Munster. No, Ivana Thrasher on her way to the penalty box.
Looks like a forearm being called on Ivana Thrasher. That's going to put Screaming Beaver in an opportunity for a power jam.
I gotta say, that's exactly where the Heartless Heathers would want her to be right now.
Unbelievable. We got an 11-point game.
Multiplayer block called on Juke Nukem.
Wow.
Screaming Beaver.
Screaming Beaver right
attacks
now.
The line,
Nice.
Knife in there with the total anarchy, just scrapes the wall right open.
And that's Screaming Beaver who benefited from that, picking up 5 more points. We got a 6-point game.
Ivana Thrasher back on the track, plowing through the line. Juvie Hall taking a swing at it, can't slow her down.
Ivana Thrasher had her base. We got a 2-point game with 9 minutes left on this clock.
Hey, Bridgetown Automotive, when quality counts, call Bridgetown Automotive. Support RCR while taking great care of your car. That's Bridgetown Automotive. Stop throwing that pen at me.
Payne Goodall out there on the line with a star on her helmet for the Guns N' Rollers.
Payne Goodall down.
I don't think she realized it, but she dropped the panty, and so there is no jammer right now.
And she went right by it. Ladies and gentlemen watching at home, it's important for the jammer to keep the cap on, and the jammer's the only person who can touch the cap. She's picked it back up working to replace it and is now working her way around on us.
Now she's the
Scoring
lead
pass.
jammer. Well, with all that going on, 4 points got picked up by Smalls, and we've got a lead change. Well, for a second we did. We had this briefest of all brief lead changes, and I'm still waiting for the official call down on the floor.
Smalls and Payne Goodall exchanging punches there. Things happen.
We got some exciting stuff. Guns and Rollers right now 155, Heartless Heathers 153. I also like to thank Joe's Burgers, 4 locations, awesome burgers, the official feeder of the Rogue City Rollers. That's Joe's Burgers.
Time out, Guns and Rollers. 2-point game, 7.5 minutes left. You got any more reads to do, King? Bridgetown Chiropractic, proud sponsors of the Rose City Rollers since forever. Bridgetown Chiropractic has been with us, taking care of all of our skaters for 1 billion years. Quality in the hands of Bridgetown Chiropractic.
Speaking of beer.
Oh, beer.
Yeah.
Beer, beer, beer,
There's
beer,
beer.
beer. Free beer.
Free beer.
If you're here in the house.
Everybody do the Michigan ring.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
New Belgian Brewing, Fat Tire Ale, and Ranger IPA. You can grab one normally at concessions.
If you like free beer, no, that's not the truth.
Available.
Oh, that's it. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. If you like beer being available,
Don't tell us you're giving a beer
I knew
away.
I was going to get in trouble for something.
Look at you get in trouble.
Run your mouth.
Man.
On the line, Ivana Thrasher.
And Screaming Beaver. Screaming Beaver right now attacking the black of that black wall.
And it's Ivana Thrasher who takes lead jammer.
Knife headed to the penalty box. She's going to be spending the next 30 seconds in the box.
It's a race to the back of the pack right now.
Really a fast pack here.
Ivana Thrasher calling it off. Screaming Beaver putting on the pressure.
We got 7 minutes left in this game. And it's a 2-point game. Anything can happen at this point. Right now, out there on the track, Smalls with sitting on 33 points in this game. Headache is the high score for the Heartless Heathers right now, sitting on 71. Smalls content at playing a little bit of defense while she's out there.
Keto Kabam breaks through the pack up front, finds Taddy Munster.
Forearm being picked up on Smalls, most inopportune time possible. Kato Kabam all by herself in a power jam.
GNR on the attack, Juke Nukem. Drop shredder cheese. Trying to slow her down, they can't quite do it. Through for 5.
Kato Kabam, yep, she's got a little bit more breathing room.
A forearm called on knife.
She had just come in from the penalty box, gave him a little bump, and that's all she wrote. She's sitting back down. We got a call off there. That's going to leave Smalls standing in the penalty box all by her lonesome.
No pressure.
Guns and Rollers really benefited from that last power jam. They're up to 165. Heartless Heathers staying at 153.
Ivana Thrasher around the outside, no one there to stop her. Excellent work by Roller Eclipse and Vava Boom.
And that's going to put Ivana Thrasher as lead jammer, and she's in control of this next jam.
Smalls finds Roller Eclipse and Juvie Hall on the inside. Ivana Thrasher being dragged to the back of the pack.
Juke Nukem.
Smalls. High block called on Vava Boom. She'll be on her way to the penalty box.
Oh, and a cut being called on Ivana Thrasher. that is another great opportunity being set down for Smalls.
Smalls trades off the jammer cap to Knife. And
Knife
she's
just had a
on
nice
the run.
She came out of that penalty box, and she's got all the... Wow!
Knife through on the outside, down low.
I was going to say she's got a head full of steam, but she got to run that track so fast I could barely get the words out.
Knife through the pack, picks up another 5.
Excellent work by her offense out there.
We're back to a 2-point game. Knife through and
that's a lead change. Heartless Heathers have just taken the lead, and I don't believe they have had the lead except for the first jam in this game.
Knife slams the line this jam with 30 more seconds and no way to call it off.
Now they're both out there scoring. We got 26 points, 26 seconds, I should say, left in this game. Ivana Thrasher, she makes her way through. I believe she passed all the players.
Bella Constrictor in there with a great hit on Ivana Thrasher, slowing her down for just a second. She has not quite recovered from it yet. And now through on the inside for 4. Trading hits left and right.
Wow.
GNR comes out of that jam 2 points up.
Knife looks utterly spent. I do believe she just left it on the track. And as long as they don't trade anything, Heathers have crept up and have taken a 1-point lead in this game.
Holy mackerel.
I hope this game's exciting for you guys here. Yeah, this is a good time for an official review. What they're gonna do right now is make sure they've got all the points tallied out there, especially when we got a 1-point game on this nice Wednesday night.
For those of you at home, for all of you people here, it looks like they're just talking about the score, making sure with all the ins and outs from the box, everything was copacetic and it's all cool.
Some of the highest scorers in our game: Ivana Thrasher, 69 points. You're gonna be sorry, 52 points. And Payne Goodall, sitting on 17. Kato Kabam has 29 for the Guns N' Rollers. Headache out there on the jammer line once again. She's fighting through that squad of black. And they are doing a great job waterfalling to keep her in there.
Payne Goodall, and
that's gonna get Headache, the lead jammer, and make her about a half a track in front.
Taddy Munster just couldn't let it go. Juke Nukem with what would have been a huge hit.
Wow. It's like she pulled the chair.
I felt the wind.
4 points being picked up by the Heartless Heathers. We got a score of 179-174. That's a 5-point lead for those of you counting.
So exciting.
Heartless Heathers right now, they've got their own scores. Headache's got 75 points. Knife with 22, Smalls with 33, or excuse me, 33, and Beaver with 32.
Back on the line, Ivana Thrasher for GNR, breaks out.
Oh, and Ivana Thrasher just picked up what I believe is a blocking with the head.
Right now, if it was a tight game and you were just barely down, you would want to see the Screaming Beaver going to the box, I guess.
Well, you know Derby's no fun without a jammer on the track, so that means Ivana Thrasher's going to be coming back out, but Screaming Beaver only has to serve the time that Ivana Thrasher spent in that box.
Screaming Beaver hammering the line right now. Roller Eclipse on the outside. Can't quite drop her out.
Wow! Screaming Beaver stopped on her toes in the apex. They thought they got her out, but it was only on her toes. She's good to go.
Taddy Munster on her way to the penalty box. Screaming Beaver through on a scoring pass, takes 4.
Absolutely incredible. 4 points being picked up by Screaming Beaver. Ivana Thrasher comes barreling in. Picks up her own set of points.
Ivana Thrasher through. Smalls and Knife in the backfield.
4 more points by Screaming Beaver on that pass.
Ivana Thrasher breaks through and takes 4 more.
Excellent offense being played. Screaming Beaver, real easy track.
Screaming Beaver through for 4. Ivana Thrasher.
I think both these teams are just done wear out, but that's 4 more points for Ivana Thrasher.
Screaming Beaver. Juvie Hall gets a piece of her and drops her to the out, the in, and is on her way to the penalty box.
Juvie Hall picks up a low block on that last pass. Screaming Beaver, though, benefits, gets 4 more points.
Heartless Heather's running up the score in this last few seconds of the jam. Screaming Beaver.
Unbelievable. Magic Pony.
Snatching it from the fire.
I'm telling you.
Let's wait for the official score.
Talk about a comeback. Well, we have an unofficial score. Right now, Heathers are up. They're going to tally the scores. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go down to the track and do our MVPs. Don't go anywhere. All right, let's go ahead and give them a lap. We've got a final score officially. It's 199 to 190. Heathers have pulled off, snatched it from the fire, and pulled this upset right here in front of you all tonight on this great Wednesday night of Derby.
Coming up next.
Don't go anywhere. Both teams will take a lap, and then we'll announce our MVPs.
And here comes GNR. Coming up next, our MVPs, and then you're free to do whatever you want with the rest of your evening. And coming up to me right now, Bella Constrictor. Who have you chosen as your MVPs for the evening? Captain.
Our MVP blocker for the GNR is Juke Nukem. Juke Nukem. Juke Nukem. And our MVP jammer for the Guns N' Rollers is Thrasher.
Thank you so much.
All right, GNR, we need to hear your MVPs. Come on out. So, for your MVPs For the Heartless Heathers, who do you got?
Heartless Heather MVP blocker is Taddy Munster.
Taddy Munster, you're the MVP blocker. And the jammer?
Our MVP jammer is Headache.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you everybody who joined us here at the hangar. Thanks for everybody who joined us at home. We appreciate you all tuning in tonight. We'll see you next time. We have a Wednesday night bout from me, Magic Pony, and everybody here. Thank you very much.